Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, nothing good is happening. The American level of new jobless claims has skyrocketed, just under 300,000 last week, up from 211,000 in the previous week. This will be just the start of an early warning of what is about to happen to employment there. Already, the US is seeing a surge in foreclosures and evictions in their housing market. The next regional factory survey is out from the Pennsylvania manufacturing heartland, and it's not good. It reported a dive in new orders. On Wall Street, a minor rally is being attempted. The S&P 500 up 1.8%, but that really only embeds the recent very sharp falls. At least in China, there seems to be more movement in getting significant parts of their country back to work, but fears of reinfection remain high. Around the world, governments and central banks are all announcing whatever it takes policies. The ECB promised at least €750 billion support last night. The US Fed was already in for $1.5 trillion, and the US government is in for at least $1 trillion. And Australia chipped in yesterday with at least $100 billion. These are already enormous levels of financial support, all within the past few days, and all vastly higher than for the whole of the GFC. More debt and more money printing hardly seems to be a long-term answer. These huge short-term band-aids will undoubtedly grow substantially from here. And just what will the global financial system look like when the virus emergency wanes, as it undoubtedly will? Massive debt cancellation will have to be on the table, surely. Around the world, tax revenues are about to plunge just at the time public debt is about to soar. The latest compilation of COVID-19 data is out. The global tally is now 229,000 of officially confirmed cases and rising by the hour now, up 80% in a week. There are now 148,000 cases outside China, and European cases now exceed Chinese cases. The Chinese recovery rate, however, is up to 87%. And the American explosion continues with total cases now over 10,000, and they're up 100% in just one day. Ironically, the Americans are advising against overseas travel, but it is destinations who are most at risk from travelling Americans. Spanish cases are also rising very fast, up 54% in a day. The number of confirmed infections is also up 50% in a day in Australia. The global official death toll is now well over 9,000 and will undoubtedly exceed 10,000 early in the weekend. And more people have now died in Italy from the coronavirus than have died in China. The US Treasury 10-year yield hasn't been able to hold yesterday's sharp rise, and it's down 13 basis points, now at 1.07%. And gold is down $14 to $1,472 an ounce today. But US oil prices have bounced back sharply today, up almost $5 a barrel to be over $25 a barrel, with the Brent benchmark just over $28 a barrel. Volatility is sure to become normal in commodity pricing now. And the Kiwi dollar is starting today with a recovery after yesterday's pummeling. It is up 0.5 cent to 58.2 US cents, but it's still near an 11-year low. On the cross rates, however, we're little changed at 99.4 Australian cents. But against the euro, we're up sharply as well, from yesterday's low to 54.5 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is now just over 66. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.